Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel.
If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss our WNBA coverage. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about situations in women's basketball right now, the Chennedy Carter controversy and how it's reshaping the Chicago Sky. So the news just dropped that Chennedy Carter won't be returning to the Sky next season. The team's front office made it clear, "We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year, however, we made changes to our staff and will be making changes to our roster."
Pretty diplomatic statement, right?
But there's way more to this story. Behind closed doors, sources are saying something completely different. One anonymous teammate put it bluntly, "They don't want her back."
Ouch.
That's a serious statement about a player with Carter's offensive capabilities. Let's rewind to understand how we got here. It all stems from that infamous moment during the Sky Fever matchup that had everyone talking. If you watched that game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. During a crucial moment late in the game, Chennedy Carter delivered what many called a deliberate tackle on Caitlyn Clark, the league's rising star who was absolutely cooking that night. The officials initially called it a common foul, but after review, the league upgraded it to a flagrant one. Indiana went on to win by a single point, and that play became the turning point not just for the game, but apparently for Kennedy's career with Chicago. The replay doesn't lie, folks. Carter approached Clark from behind, and the contact went well beyond normal basketball physicality. The crowd erupted, social media exploded, and within hours, the incident was trending everywhere. What's fascinating is how this incident seems to have been the final straw rather than an isolated event. Multiple league sources have confirmed that there were already tensions within the locker room. The Sky were struggling with creating shots and scoring consistently, but even with those on-court issues, insiders suggest that Carter's conduct both on and off the court had become problematic. One league analyst told me, considering their lack of scoring and shot creation, and what she did last year and her talent, for them to just not want her back and to let her walk is a big statement. The organization is clearly sending a message that talent alone isn't enough, team culture and professional conduct matter too. For the Chicago Sky, this move represents a complete reset. The new coaching staff is determined to build a team identity grounded in discipline and cohesive teamwork. They're essentially saying that accountability is non-negotiable, regardless of your stat line. Now, let's talk about Clark for a second. Throughout this whole controversy, she's handled herself with incredible poise. In post-game interviews, while everyone was asking about the hit, she kept redirecting the conversation to the game itself and her team's performance. That level of professionalism speaks volumes about why she's quickly becoming the face of the league. Carter, for her part, has been relatively quiet since the incident. In one of her few comments addressing the situation, she said, "When we were trying to make the playoffs, it was a hard fight. Y'all know I went down. I had a foot injury which cost a lot of games at the end of the season. We ended up losing to Washington. I didn't play, we lost." Notice how she's focusing on her injury rather than the incident with Clark. In another statement that raised eyebrows, Carter said, "I'm not going to allow anybody to downplay it like it went bad, 'cause it didn't go bad. It was the best season that I've had in my life, shooting-wise, playing-wise, living-wise. Like, it was a great experience for me." This disconnect between her perception and the team's decision to move on is pretty telling. The big question now is, where does Chennedy Carter go from here? With her talent, there will certainly be teams willing to give her another chance. But this incident has undeniably damaged her reputation. Any team considering signing her will have to weigh her on-court production against potential locker room chemistry issues. For the Sky, this marks the beginning of a new chapter. They're making it clear that while winning matters, how you win matters just as much. Building a positive team culture might mean short-term pain as they let talented players walk, but they're betting on long-term gain through establishing the right foundation. This story really highlights the complex dynamics in professional sports. It's never just about what happens during those 40 minutes on the court. The relationships, the attitudes, the behaviors behind the scenes, they all matter tremendously. What do you think about Chicago's decision? Was letting Chennedy Carter go the right move, or will they regret losing her offensive firepower? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.